You have now arrived at Stadium and Gale.
The snap, the kick, it's been blocked again! Oh my! It's been blocked again! He's going to heave one deep down the field. It's going to be to the goal line. It's going to be gone! It's a touchdown! And the Gators have won the game! Tyree Cleveland! Oh my! I can't believe what I just saw! Dropping back to throw, pops and fires the ball over the middle. It's Dory! It's Dory! Touchdown! Dory's got a touchdown! Oh my! Dory's got a touchdown!
Hands it off to Harvin. He comes back. Say goodbye.
Ahmad Black, in his final game as a Gator, takes it all the way home and sends Urban out a winner.
You have now arrived at Stadium and Gale.
Boys and girls, ladies and gents, welcome to another episode of Stadium and Gale. It's your boy Corey.
It's Dan.
Delatorre.
And your boy Jay Scott 25. What it do, y'all boys?
What up, 2-5?
Yes, sir.
Ah, man, another beautiful day in paradise, man. Same corner, same time. Dan, I love that hat, bro. It's like mine, but I like that colorway, bro. I had to turn mine backwards because yours fly.
I appreciate that. It's the first time that anybody's ever complimented me being more fly than you on a show.
I didn't say you were more fly, so your hat was more fly, bro.
Well, you know, what's under the hat matters more.
You gave him an inch. You gave him an inch, and he took a mile.
Yeah, it sounds like something that I would do. Man, how's y'all's boys' weekend? Good?
Watch baseball, get their tails kicked.
Nick, can I tell you something? I meant to say this would have been a great segue earlier. Speaking of inches, I was about an inch away for my first hole in one.
Oh, it looked like you had you landed.
No, it wasn't quite an inch. It was a little bit more. It was about 5-6 inches. It rolled right next. I mean, by where the trajectory of the ball was and where I putted from, I was. Oh, you would have never seen me again. I had a qualifier for the PGA Tour right now if I got that.
Firing an 89 in a qualifier.
That's crazy.
Does hole-in-ones in miniature golf count too, or how does that work?
I've got a few in miniature golf, but man, I was that close. But we'll try it. We'll try it again.
Did you land short of the hole and bounce past, or land past the hole and pulled back?
Yeah, just like 6-7 inches short, and then it rolled right next or maybe bounced. But you couldn't tell. It was about 180 yards away. It looked great.
Big one.
But we flushed it. It was pure. It was great. But enough about that. We've got a big show today, and we want to talk a little bit of football before we have Phil Trautwein, Cece Jefferson, and Valdez Showers joining the show today. We'll catch up about the week. We'll write it down for the end of the show, catch back up on everything that we did this weekend and a few other things. But Corey, why don't you go get us a Brunt ad read, and we'll start the show.
Stadium and Gale is powered by the great folks at Brunt Insurance and Financial Services. Anything you need insured, from the Panhandle to the Keys, my man Greg can save you some money. Give him a call at 954-589-2204 or visit them at bruntinsurance.com. Car insurance, home insurance, motorcycle, RVs, boats, basically anything with wheels, and also your life. He can insure that as well. Hit my man Greg up, 954-589-2204 or bruntinsurance.com if internet's your vibe.
And one time for our friends over at the Dykes, Burke, and Lewis Law Group, give them a call at 855-652-1377. 3 former attorneys that used to represent the insurance business now represent you against them. So if you've had any issues with property insurance claims, pipe leaks, water damage, wind damage, hail, hurricane, sinkhole, whatever it might be, give them a call. Go visit them at dykesburklaw.com. That's DICUSBURKE law.com. And you can give them a call at 855-652-1377. All right, before Phil joins the show in probably the next 7 to 10 minutes, Nick, you were out there. Corey, I know that you talked to some folks as well. Let's talk a little spring practice. We're 3 practices in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 3 practices in. Saturday was closed to the media, but it was the first day in shoulder pads, and they had like 60-something recruits. We've got like a list we can share, Dan, of all the recruits that were there. It'll take more time than we have, though. But you get the number one defensive lineman in the country on campus, hanging out with Joe Hamilton, Texas roots there. Practice has been good. I'm still kind of getting used to different the way that it's run with some of the coaching staff too. I can say from seeing 3 practices, it looks like, and I'm not going to meetings and stuff, it looks like the quarterbacks are splitting everything, like Trammell and Philo. If one of them is with the ones for tempo, the other ones with the ones for 7-on and different for team, and they're splitting the reps with everybody. And then the other thing too, I think, is that
somebody said they're making passes too, Nick.
The passes are being thrown.
No, but that they're being thrown and caught. That we're starting to see a lot more completions, and that this offense is vibing a little bit differently maybe than some other practices in terms of some completion percentages. Would you agree or not?
Maybe I think the first day the ball was on the ground a lot, and I was like, that's sloppy. And it might have just been first full practice. But yeah, certainly there was one practice during the fall, during a game week, where I walked in and I was like, oh boy, it's gonna be tough. It looked like we were playing soccer. The ball was on the ground so much. But yeah, I haven't watched a ton of the offensive line, defensive line outside of who's first team, second team. I'm excited for this week because we'll get full pads. Those guys start banging heads. I love the running back room. After seeing Evan Pryor, seeing London Montgomery, Duke Clark looks back healthy after dealing with some injuries last year, and obviously Jaden Baugh. The receivers. So the way that it's been explained to me is that the transfers are having to earn their reps. So right now, the first team offense, defense is all returning guys, and a guy like Micah Mays is having to earn reps. Even receiver, running back, you're having to earn your reps, which I like. But yeah, the team looks good. I think the linebackers look really good. Without Miles Graham in there, he hasn't been playing. And then the running back room is really, really standing out to me. I think Evan Pryor, London Montgomery are really talented.
What do you
Evan Singletary? That's who I was trying to. I was blanking on his name. Even Evan Singletary is running with the 3s and the 4s right now. They're making anyone who transferred in is having to earn reps with the 1s and the 2s. Now,
it's they're going out of the way to make it not seem biased. It's too much, bro. put Singletary with the 1.
I imagine.
It's a whole new coaching staff too.
Surpass TJ Abrams. I imagine he will.
More of the roster is the transfer than returning.
No.
Yeah, they had Khalif running with the 1s. I think, KJ, I'm hearing good things about KJ. I know they had the one clip that was on the timeline. Everybody was complaining about him looking slow or whatever, but he was tired. He's the guy got to get back in football shape, from what I was told.
KJ,
but they're saying, no, Khalif Jackson.
Oh, Khalif Jackson, yeah. He's running better than I really didn't.
Khalil Jackson?
Khalil Jackson.
Yeah.
Khalif Jackson's an old school tight end.
Definitely out of football shape.
That's a fact. My boy in law school, though. You feel me? He doing his thing.
Shout out to Khalif Jackson. We're going to get that's the title of our show right now.
But I'm hearing that he does look good in regular drills, but they was doing a stop and go drill that went a little viral on the internet of people just complaining about saying, oh, I don't know if Khalil is going to be back. But that was just end of the practice. I heard he was a little tired, but doing regular practice, I'm hearing that he's looking good and doing his thing. But he's running with the 1s. I don't know if he's still running with the 1s during the fall. I think he's going to get reps from what I'm hearing. He's going to play. But Eric Singleton not running with the 1s is all right, coach. I rock with what you're doing, but let's not get carried away here.
Yeah, it's the other thing too, practice is, so you know how they say everything trickles down, and Billy, you couldn't tell if they won by 70 or lost by 70. He was always kind of just, let me figure it out. I don't want to say here.
No, it depends on how he squeezed that bottle.
And he kind of just hung out here. Like Summerall
He
is
squeezed the hell out of that
running-
bottle. He may not talk. He talked the same, but you just watch his hands. He just like, yo, pause, Billy. That looks nuts.
Like I think everything trickles down from Summerall. Summerall is like, so they go from flex straight into a like punt block or kick return drill, and Summerall is running down screaming at the gunner. So like from the energy from the top, it trickles down. I think you're kind of seeing that. Last year it was kind of like Gerald Chapman was loud. Robert Bala got loud a little bit, but like now everyone's kind of loud, and they're just kind of feeding off of the energy that the headman's bringing.
Would you say it's similar to camping? It's intense.
You
I
felt
see
good about that?
I see. I like it. It's a great dad.
you
joke.
ate
You even have
there.
kids.
I did. I didn't.
The only person without a child had the best dad joke of the show.
Well, that's why they pay me the medium bucks to be here. Phil is waiting in the green room. Let's put a quick pause on camp chat. Before we do that, let's give a shout out to our friends over at Game Time Sidekicks. If you want a really cool cup like this one, this is Gator Boys. For Gator Boys, stay hot. SEC champions. We're going to talk about basketball a little bit later. Go visit them at GameTimeSidekicks.com. Use promo code Stadium15. You get 15% off of your order. Dozens and dozens of UF cups there, and then a bunch of other schools and some NIL stuff that they're doing as well. So go visit GameTimeSidekicks.com. Use promo code Stadium15. And with that, we welcome a coach that I know every Gator fan is excited to welcome back to the University of Florida. It's two-time All-SEC and national champion offensive lineman Phil Trautwein. Phil, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. I'm excited to be here.
And two-time captain. I remember I interviewed Phil earlier in the offseason. I got that wrong. He had to correct me on the number of times he was captain.
You wouldn't be surprised, Phil, to know that Nick gets collect. Oh, geez.
Correct.
Wow,
Yeah, man.
Nick gets
Whoa.
corrected often on this show. Phil, I know your time's valuable. I know you guys are right in the middle of camp, so I want to just jump right into it. Normally, we talk a little bit about your player history, and obviously, you're now a coach here. But talk to us a little bit about kind of your coming to UF. You're from New Jersey. You're from the Northeast. How did you ultimately decide on the University of Florida when you were making that decision out of high school?
Yeah, so I got recruited. So believe it or not, I really didn't know much about college football. I was always an NFL Eagles fan. And then growing up, because, from New Jersey, you have Rutgers. You really don't know much about Rutgers. So kind of knew a little bit about Penn State. And but really, I just, loved, NFL football. And then as I didn't start playing football till freshman year in high school. So I wasn't like growing up really playing the game that much. Tried a little bit when I was really young, but did that. And then pretty much didn't get recruited until my senior year, late my senior year by Florida. But before that, I had a couple family members that went to Florida. No one played football or anything, but they loved, the Gators, and growing up, at least hearing about the Gators. And then I actually went to my first college football game freshman year in high school. And that's when I kind of fell in love with football. And so with that, I fell in love with the Florida Gators. So I watched them. And then, I tried to come to camp here going in my junior year. They didn't offer me, didn't think I was good enough. And then started getting recruited by, I think my first offer was Boston College. And then I got like Iowa, and then I got Rutgers, and then I kind of just got Tennessee, but I didn't really get any Penn State or Florida or anything. And then so finally Christmas my senior year, Florida called and offered me. So you think about how late that is in the recruiting process. Like, I mean, I'm offering 8th graders. So I didn't get offered till Christmas my senior year. And so I finally came to a official visit, and then I committed. I committed to Coach Zook. And I wanted to prove everybody wrong. A kid from New Jersey, coming all the way down south, and, being the lowest ranked star, in that class. And I used it as motivation. And then my freshman year, Coach Zook got fired and came in Coach Meyer. So it's all history from there.
How was Coach? Now that you're a recruiter, how was Coach Zook as a recruiter? He's known for the guy that put together that team that Urban Meyer went on a run with a little bit and got that thing started. Like, how was a recruiter, and what was it like him giving you a call throughout that process?
Yeah, he was a great recruiter. He built relationships. He knew everything about you. He would ask a question and then he would remember it. Like, he had great, memory on who it is, your family members' names. And that's why he could build a relationship and he could connect so fast with you and your family. And that's what he was great at. And that's why he was able to get those recruits and build that roster the way he did. And he did that through relationships. We didn't have NIL back then, right? So he just did it through great relationships, getting to know the families, and they kind of just loved him. And then, of course, University of Florida, is a great brand and great logo. So with that combined, he was able to get the Chris Leaks and those big time players. And then Meyer came in and demanded a lot and got them to play hard.
What was that like for you, though? You leave home, you get down to Florida, you commit to a staff, and then one season, hey, see ya. New staff comes in. Mickey Marotti comes in. I remember Urban's told stories about that first off season. Yeah. You're still here. You survived it.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was crazy. I mean, it was the hardest days of my life. Just the midnight massacres and the leg press as many times you can, wall sits to finish the meet. I mean, everything was just to torment us and just make us stronger and build toughness. And that's what he was able to do. That's what Coach Meyer and Coach Marotti were able to do. We had great talent, but then they were able to make us disciplined, tough, together. And that's why we were able to make the run we did, is because it was all about just toughness and they demanded a lot from us. So it was hard. I mean, but going back to why I picked Florida was because I loved university. And that's what I think is missing sometimes in this recruiting process now, is they don't love the university. They love all the other things that don't matter. And, that's when you have to build the program the right way. And the way you build it is you find people that really love, the University of Florida. And when you do that, that's when your program lasts. That's when your culture lasts. That's when you're able to beat teams in the fourth quarter, is because you get a group of guys that love Florida, but then also they're disciplined, they're tough, and they have everything, and they're willing to be developed. Like, you have to be able to be developed and want to be developed to truly make a team. And you have to find those those kids, because they are out there. You just have to find them and you have to tell them that's how it's going to be.
And we're going to go way out of order and probably the way this interview is going to go, but I want to follow up with that question. Is like, how do you determine whether somebody loves the university or loves the opportunity rather than what they believe is maybe the best chance for them to play earlier, where the money is? Like, how do you, beyond just asking a question, like, do you love UF? How do you sort that out when you're recruiting? Because you've obviously recruited a bunch of great guys and developed some great ones. So you're obviously asking certain things of those players and of those guys.
Yeah, just by building a relationship and getting to know them and really try to find out what they really want, and getting to know the families and the parents and just talking with them and getting to know them, going to home visits, bringing them on campus, and, helping them fall in love with this place and with everything that Florida has to offer. So that's how you have to do it. And there's no other way. And if it ends up coming down to money, and that's the only thing, then that's when, it's easy to say, I'm happy it didn't work out, because it's rather they're going to leave now or they're going to leave later. So making sure that you understand that, they understand that, and you're just basically blunt with them the whole entire recruiting. And you kind of show them exactly what it's going to be like. Like, I don't know if you're going to play as a true freshman, but I'll tell you, I'll give you everything I got every single day to make sure, that you feel that. And that's why I haven't had guys go in the portal unless they're, seniors or graduating and they're going to play somewhere else. It's because the relationships you build. And, that's what it always comes down to. I know NIL is NIL, but there's still a relationship base, and it's still relationship driven sport. Like, you have to have a relationship to coach them. And And if you find the right kids and you find that, I think you can build it the right way.
Yeah. So I just want to kind of ask you a little bit, just kind of how do you pick these kids' brains, because I'm just thinking back when I was in school, when you kind of starting to really learn football, becoming in the film room and becoming a student of the game. So I just want to know, what are some of the philosophies that you kind of live behind to help these kids, to get through to them as far as having them stand the offensive side of just football? Because most guys should just, get out there and play ball, block anybody who's in front of you. And just, I think the college level is really important. A lot of coaches don't get enough, credit for what they do in making these kids be able to, understand football and teaching them it from basically nothing.
Yeah, that's the grind of, really helping them and understand and develop them. Like, that's why, I have guys come on campus, and when they're here, they feel different about how I present and how I tell them, like, I'm going to teach you fronts, pressures, blitzes, understanding the game, the whole offense, not just what the center does, but what the left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle, the play side, why we're calling it, what the running back's aiming point is, who he's reading, get them to understand the whole philosophy, the whole, everything, so that when they do have time, because that's how you develop them for the NFL. Because if you go and if I tell you to draw a play and you can't draw all 22 guys on the board, then you don't really know football. Right. And I laugh. I'm not just trying to make you a great Madden football player. I'm trying to teach you the game of football. Understand coverages, like cover 2, cover 3, cover 1. What is no deep, 0? What are some things that we could do to 0? How are we attacking 0? All the different read games that we have. What is the quarterback reading? I'm trying to make sure that if a GM asks them a question about football, they know it. So being able to build that, and help them understand that. And when they do, and they, all I use is the guys that, are in the draft now. You see it, you see Vanga, number 71 at Penn State. Like, he was a 3-star. No one really wanted him. And now he's going to be the number 1 guard taken probably in this NFL draft. And he did it through hard work. And I'm telling you, he's killing all his interviews because he listened and he learned and he adapted, and now he was developed the right way. So just teaching them that, and they can see that. So when they see it and they see the results, and I've been in their shoes, I know exactly what they're going through. I've been a freshman, I've been a sophomore, I've been hurt, I missed a year. I played in the NFL for 5 years. I was behind Joe Thomas. I got to learn a lot from him, and I had some really good coaches that I learned a lot from. So I just kind of tell them my experience and what I've been through, and I'm just real with them. Like, I don't know everything. I'm still learning and growing. I have a growth mindset. I can't tell you that I'm exactly the way I'm going to be next year. I'm going to be better next year because I have to grow. So getting them to understand that and just being real with them, is how I'm able to build that relationship, because they are going to do something that they've never done before. And having someone that's been in their shoes and that they trust. And so just teaching them all the game and doing that through that process is, what I love to do.
How much do you think the trend of just tempo offense is affecting offensive line development around the country?
I mean, it definitely hinders, you rocking off the ball, being able to, run off the ball with a flat back, making sure that you have your hands inside, really, focusing on, the real development and the real fundamentals and techniques that become an offensive lineman. So, I've never really been a part of true tempo team. I can say I can do it, but how I tell, recruits and kids is like, we do everything, so like what you always want to do as a coach is you want to be able to have, know that scouts are watching your film and they can just check mark. Yes, he's good at duo. Yes, he's good at outside zone. Yes, he runs gap scheme so he can pull. They do drop back. They do quick game. And now they check everything off, because what you don't want is you don't want all of a sudden them say he doesn't run outside zone. Well, now the 49ers don't want you. The blah, blah, blah don't want you. The teams that run outside zone don't want you. Oh, he can't run duo. Well, what can he run? He only can run gap scheme. Well, now there's only 6 teams that want you that run only gap scheme. And so now your value goes down. So for me, like, you have to run it all. You have to at least show some signs of running it all and have guys to be able to do that, because the more versatile they are, the longer they play and the higher their draft stack. stock goes up. So being able to do that. So it definitely does not help them in my mind. And if I'm going against a team or a coach and staff that runs that, I can kind of use that, to my advantage and say, what do you want to do? You want to be developed, or do you want to go run really fast down the field?
What was your first thoughts of Bruce Faulkner? You're new to his offense. Buster Faulkner. Sorry. Buster Faulkner, you're new to his offense. He bring you in. What was that call like, and what was your initial thoughts and just post thoughts even now about his offense?
Yeah, I love it. It's very similar to what we actually did at Penn State with Coach Kolnicki. He actually, Buster was telling me he actually watched a lot of Kansas and Penn State, these last 3 years. So it's really cool. And honestly, it was like jumping right in. Like, he loves the offensive line. His whole offense is built around the offensive line, being able to protect us, making sure that, we're where we need to be and doing things to help us. Like, we can't drop back every single play. That's hard to block, those DNs every single play. But he'll be able to help me different things, play action pass, different run schemes. He knows exactly what it takes. He's been able to do it at Georgia and at Georgia Tech. And throughout his whole career. So for me, it's an awesome, it's a blessing that I get a guy that I can totally, like, from day one. When he interviewed me, I could tell, like, we were meshing. He had to just sit in front of me and just listen to me and be around me, because he said there's 2 positions that he's going to be all over, and it's going to be the offensive line and the quarterback, because it's all about them. And I'm good with that, because that's the way it's always been for me. And but I love what he does, and a lot of motions, shifts, different things to make sure that the linebackers' eyes are messed up, the defensive linemen can't line up, they can't get everyone in the box because they really don't know what's about to happen. So for me, it's an awesome experience, and I'm learning something new every single day.
Coach, I know you're only 3 practices into to spring camps. There's still a long way to go. I don't even know if the guys have been. It's going to sound really weird touching each other yet, but when it comes to that, what are you most looking forward to seeing out of these next 12 practices in terms of how you evaluate? I know you brought some guys transferred in from Penn State, a couple guys transferred in from Georgia Tech that are familiar with your style and Buster Faulkner's style. And then you obviously have a number of recruits that came in and the players that are here. What are you looking for over the next 12 practices as you guys head into the summer?
Yeah, just physicality, toughness. There's things that every single day I calculate our MAs, misassignments, our loafs, our sacks, and our finishes. So making sure that, those are things I call that, it's our kind of our, in our room, it's our culture. It's called the no talent things, the NTT. And those are the things that take no talent. So making sure we're executing the no talent things, toughness, finishing, pad level, technique, fundamentals, all those things that, you have to be able to do when we're in pads. So I'm really looking at, the things that I know that we could be good at, and then also things that we need to work on. So that's what I do these next 12 practices but it always comes down to just rocking off the ball, building confidence, and, being physical, because, in May we can't hit, in June we can't really hit. So we can do pass sets and work on our technique, but now it's a time for physicality and being able to, hit people in the face. So that's kind of what these next 12 practices we'll see. And I want to see, can we drive people off the ball? Can we play with a flat back and be able to drive our legs through contact and just find ways to be able to do that and build toughness on the offensive line.
How tough are those first couple of days as an offensive lineman? Because you get these defensive linemen now, especially like the Jacks, who are just lining up on the hash marks and just running, and you don't have any pads. You can't really – it seems like the first couple of days, the acclimation period is like geared towards twitchy defensive ends and not really geared towards offensive linemen.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because we don't have pads on, so they can just slip right through us and all that stuff. But – we were actually being pretty physical. Without pads, we ran a lot of reps that I haven't really done that many reps without pads, but we were going because we only got a certain amount of practices, and it was good just to see, us come off the ball and be able to do that, and at least be a practice team that doesn't need to do that without, with shoulder pads on. But it wasn't that bad. Honestly, it was more just, making sure that we stayed up and we didn't, throw anybody, because we were all trying to make sure that all our guys come out healthy, but also become physical and play physical and really just know what to do, and the speed of the game too. Because a lot of these guys, I mean, think about it. They didn't play in a bowl game. They lost 15 practices that every other team in America got. So being able to catch up on those reps and being able to, do that at a high level, and then get ready for, we had our first padded day on Saturday. We got our second one tomorrow, and then we'll have our third one on Thursday, and then we'll go on spring break, and then we'll do it all again and get back after it. So, the first 3 days, are usually knocking off some rust. But now we're in the pad, so we're ready to go.
Who's the meanest guy in that room?
And why is it you?
Yeah, let's say player wise, because I am the meanest coach for sure. But no, I'm just kidding. But no, I mean, I would say, you got TJ Shanahan. He's a monster. You got some guys, Rod Kearney. He's a leader. He'll hit you in the face. We got some guys in the room that are definitely, growing at that and becoming that, and it's just taking some time. But, those are two guys that are for sure are going out there trying to, throw people around and do their thing.
Not to single one person out, but I always forget that Emeka is still 18. Just at his age, how impressed have you been with him? Obviously a smart kid coming over from Stanford. Just how impressive you've been the first couple, weeks, months with him, and then the first couple practices.
Yeah, I mean, he's athletic. He loves ball. He's coachable. He's working on his craft, and he's getting better. I mean, these last 3 practices, he's gotten better every practice, which is great to see. But he has a bright future. I'm so excited. We got him, and he's going to help us. I think all those four guys that came in are going to help us this year for sure. They're going to be on the field, and they'll probably be on the field a lot, which is great to see. And it's competition now, and they're all working hard, and the whole offensive line is trying to get better every single day. But Mecca is coming out and trying to do his thing, so he's getting better.
What defensive lineman are you looking most forward to scheming up against? It's on the Gators D line right now.
I mean, Jaden Woods is just, I don't think I blocked him yet. So we're going to try to figure out ways to block him, because he is really good.
Were you familiar with Jaden when he was committed to Penn State?
I was not. I didn't even know. I was like, I know that I think he went in the portal, right? And so we were battling for him to come back, and I was like, okay, whatever. And now I'm like, thank goodness he did not go to Texas, and I had to play against him. That's for dang sure. Wherever he was going to go, if it was going anywhere, I was hoping it was the Big Ten, so we didn't have to play at him at all. So he's a really good player. He's quick. He kind of reminds me of Abdul Carter, which I don't think we blocked him for 2 years. Micah Parsons, we didn't block him once. So he's one of those slippery, and when you know it's pass, you better watch out. So hopefully don't let him know it's pass. So try to get him to think it's always run.
I love it.
How much of an impact did Adazio have on the way you coach, your coaching style? Any gems you picked up from him when you was playing?
Yeah, I mean, he's my mentor. I tell this, and this is kind of why I coach is I wouldn't be here without the coaches in my life. I lost my dad my dad left me when I was young. And there's 2 people I call on Father's Day, and it's my O-line coach in high school and my O-line coach in college, which is Coach Adazio. So I learned a lot. He can be mean and yell at you and go crazy, spit in your face, but then off the field, he'll love you. He'll bring you over to his house. He'll care about you, and he'll do anything for you. And I really learned that as a player, and that's what kind of coach I want to be. I'm going to demand a lot from my guys, but at the same time, I'm also going to care about them. I'm going to show them that I'll do everything for them and that I love them. And that's what kind of coach, that's what I truly feel. Because I had some coaches that would walk right by me in the hallway and not say a word to me. And I felt, and those coaches actually made me almost want to stop playing football. And so I always, through my whole entire, playing career and also just watching coaches, I tried to figure out, what was the best thing for me as a player. And that's what I wanted to be as a coach. And so he taught me that. And then a lot of my fundamentals and techniques, I kind of used a lot from my different coaches, like from the Browns, Coach Warhop, who's now with the Browns. And, there's a bunch of coaches, Coach Leonard and guys that I've just been with and learned a lot from. Coach Garnecchia at the New England Patriots was there for 21 years, won all the Super Bowls. I went over there a bunch of times. I call him. Coach Stoutland from the Eagles actually recruited me, and I went over there all the time with the Eagles and the Patriots for Coach Garnecchia. So I was able to do all that, and I learned a lot and took a lot from them, and I made it my own. And so but a lot of the basics and the beginnings is Coach Adazio.
Now, Phil, I don't know if they got another question, but Phil, over the years, man, we've hired you at least 10 different coaches, man. Every time we're looking for an O-line,
every new coaching staff, the entire Gator Nation. Where's Phil?
Where's Phil? We need Uncle
top
Phil
of the hot
on this
list.
staff. But Dan up here, he was one of the guys that Phil has no desire to come to Florida, man.
No, I never said that. I never said that. No, Phil.
Dan was slandering you, Phil.
Yes, man. We lost faith. We lost faith for a minute. They're like, man, he just don't want to come down here. I guess Dan got his phone number.
Explain.
I said, I don't know. No, that's not what happened.
Because you thought I was
everybody's like, oh, Phil has to come back to Florida. I'm like, well, Phil's from New Jersey. He's up in Pennsylvania, worked at Boston College. Like, maybe he does want to come back. Maybe he loves UF, but maybe he also loves being up in the Northeast. I don't know. I said, maybe it's not as much of a slam dunk. I certainly never said you weren't coming or that I acted with inside knowledge. Corey's trying to throw me under the bus here. So
yeah, I hate the cold, just so you know. So
I don't blame you, dude. I did it for 2 years and I had to get out.
I think Dan said Phil would rather shovel snow than ever wear orange and blue.
Yeah. There you go.
Those words may or may not have come out of his mouth.
No, I had to get out. This is where I always wanted to be. If I didn't get this, I would have probably went to the NFL because college football is changing, and I didn't want to have to do all this for another logo. So I'm happy that I'm here, and this is the place that I truly always wanted to play at, which I was able to do that, and then being able to coach here is surreal, and I'm ready to get this place going.
What was it like coming back and just seeing how it's changed? Most of your guys' practice is now under the shade on the turf. Really nice for the offensive line.
It's not under the bleachers at the at Ben Hill Griffin.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I laugh because I'm like, man, if I had this, but I'm just happy we have it now. So, I'm excited that, this place, what they have done in this new facility, and the way Gainesville has just exploded. And I mean, we got a Lululemon, we got a Bass Pro Shop, and we got all these things. I'm like, what is going on? All I had was a Publix and a Walmart. So having all this is cool because I mean it also helps it helps the community, and it helps sell Florida. Like it helps sell Florida, and it gives us a better chance to get that big time recruit. And I'm not gonna lie, the first practice I felt like I was literally like I was coming to watch practice, because it's just so surreal that I'm here and being able to coach here. But it was a pretty cool experience.
Well, Phil, I know you've got practice. You've got a bunch going on right now. We appreciate you carving out some time this week to join the show. I know every Gator fan was absolutely ecstatic when your name came across the wire that you were hired. And with your success and your recruiting prowess and everything else, we wish you nothing but the absolute best back here at the University of Florida, and look forward to seeing you, as you said, retire here one day.
Appreciate it, and I'm always here, man. If you guys ever have anything or you ever want me on, man, I love doing this because I know it helps, the symbol, and helps Florida football, and that's why I'm here, man, to do anything for this program and doing things like this just to help. I'm willing to do anything. So I appreciate you guys.
What are you doing next week?
Phil.
Appreciate you, Phil.
We're about to have a Fifth podcast. Fifth host.
You want to stay on for Cece Jefferson? No, we appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you soon, my friend. Enjoy.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
All right. With that, CC is waiting. He's been patiently waiting for the last 10 minutes or so. So one time for our friends over at Alumni Hall, go visit alumnihall.com or go visit them in Gainesville, right on Archer Road, right near that Lululemon that Phil was talking about. Alumni Hall is going to have the largest selection of Florida Gators wear in all of the city of Gainesville. So again, alumnihall.com or Alumni Hall in Gainesville, Florida. And with that, we welcome standout defensive lineman Cece Carl Jefferson to the show.
See what it do.
Oh, sorry.
What's up,
Yeah, there he is.
Hey,
There he
I was
is.
about to say,
What they do?
How's everybody doing today? Thank you guys for having me.
Good.
thanks for showing up,
Absolutely.
man. We appreciate
Thanks for
it.
showing up, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Bro, that's
Man,
crazy. Daylight saving is wild. You're outside, Baker County.
If you're talking, I can't hear you.
Oh,
He said the time change. Yeah, he said the time change is amazing because you outside right now. And it's like it's about 4:30. I love it.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
got
hear
you.
you.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear somebody now.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right.
You on
perfect.
Wi-Fi, Carl?
Yeah, no.
he can't hear us. He's probably got us going to the Ray-Bans, too.
Carl, can you hear us?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Cool. He's got me. You guys can just pass all your questions through me.
Absolutely. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work.
Cece, tell us a little bit about coming to UF. I know you're a prize recruit. A lot of schools wanted you, not from far from Gainesville, but touch us a little bit about your recruiting, why you decided on coming to UF.
Well, first and foremost, I was a lifelong Gator fan, so I knew before I took any visit where I was going to end up at the end of the day. All they had to do was stay in Gainesville, and I was good. But it was definitely a cool adventure. You know, I took a lot of visits to a lot of places, enjoyed them, got the most out of them. But at the end of the day, like I said, I knew I was going to be a Gator, man. That's always been home for me, and it was a dream come true to have that opportunity to go there and play.
I don't know if it's that clear and cut for us, man. You hear me?
No, I don't think he can hear you. Hey,
he said he had you scared over there,
Carl,
CC. He said he don't know what during the
I don't know if he can hear you, Jordan. Carl, why don't you hop out of the chat and come back in?
Yeah, refresh.
Okay,
cool. Refresh.
You only hear Dan.
Yeah, well, you guys are carrying on, and it's
This
like,
was-
man,
that
I can
was-
hear you.
That was karma for you throwing Dan under the bus in front of Phil.
That's true.
Karma was just
Yeah.
like, you know
I had to
what?
do it. I've been
I'm
waiting
only
to do
gonna
that,
let-
man.
I'm only
Yeah.
going to let Dan.
He said I couldn't wait to do that, man.
Yeah.
Soon as it got booked, I was like, yeah, Dan been saying every year that we bring up Phil, like Phil's not coming here, man.
No. Let's not be facetious for the show. We almost had Phil Trautwein on the show years ago, but we couldn't. Penn State said no. They said, nope.
Now look at them now.
Look at them now.
Carl?
Carl, can you hear us all?
Now I can hear everybody now.
There we go.
We cooking with grease.
All
There
right.
we go. Now, CC, this was during my my recruiting prime. Like when it was you. Who was the offensive lineman? Was that Martez Ivy?
Martez. I remember those days.
So y'all boys may have knew y'all was gonna be Gators, but I didn't go to sleep that night. I was in group chats, bro. I was waiting that next morning. I heard the coaches was trying to kidnap you guys, sitting outside in the driveway. It wasn't that clear cut on our end, my brother. I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Oh, I lost you. I can't hear you no more. I can't hear you.
Oh no, he was saying it wasn't that clear cut. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. He was saying it wasn't that clear cut to him when they was looking through the whole recruiting process. Basically, was scared as fans because obviously y'all take visits elsewhere, doing all what y'all could do.
Absolutely. I mean, look at it like this. I'm 17, 18 years old at the time, and I understood like the power that I had. You know what I'm saying? I knew I could snap my fingers in one tweet. I could make every college go crazy. So why not have a little fun? Why not have a little fun before I sign these papers and fax this thing in and be on lockdown? You know what I'm saying? So like, all I can get out of it, bro. For entertainment purposes.
I think they sent me to Baker County for your signing event because we were unsure. Like even the
if you're talking, I can't hear you.
Oh,
even
man.
the recruiting writers.
Yeah, Nick was saying that he went and saw you to go at your signing because nobody knew where you were going to go. So you knew all along you were just playing the game?
Absolutely. Just playing the game.
You had
just
to?
playing the game. 100%. 100%. Absolutely.
Well, what was it like? I think Jordan and I have all the power in this interview here. So what was it like transitioning from high school to college for you?
I would say the hardest transition was doing the early morning workouts and then having to go to class after. That was the hardest adjustment. Everything else was pretty. Yeah. I know, bro. Everything else was pretty much a cakewalk because, I visited Gainesville 100 times, spring, fall. I knew what I was getting myself into. So the work never scared me, but it was the work before the work day that had me a little scared. So I would say that's the biggest adjustment. That's the biggest adjustment, man. Absolutely.
So what was
hold on one second, Jordan. I want to just because it's top of my mind. We had Fred Johnson on a couple weeks ago, and he said you were his welcome to college moment.
Hey, those are bad words, not mine, man. But he ain't lying. He ain't lying. It was fall camp, man. It was 100 degrees out there, and I was just telling somebody this the other day. When I got to college, my fall camp was different to what they get now. We were out there on that lacrosse field, man. It's 100 degrees outside, but with that index coming from the turf, it's 135. They got running 30 yards between each field. Man, it was insane. So I'm sorry, Fred, for having to take out some of my frustration on you. I apologize sincerely, man.
Hey, man, you made him a better man today. He appreciates you for it.
Fred's a Super Bowl champion, right?
You feel me? Yeah, he got him one.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I did my part.
Exactly. Yeah, you did your part as a Gator brother.
He's like, when's the ring coming to Baker County?
He wore his ring the entire interview. He got it right at the beginning and then just flashed it the whole time.
Absolutely. Accomplishment, man. That's proud of.
I'm about to say, what's a good locker room moment that you had at your time at Florida that maybe the fans wouldn't know?
Hey, start with a laugh, man.
I'm
here for it.
I done seen it all, man. At one point I was sleeping in there. You know that?
All right, yeah, you ain't the only one. I'm in there too.
At one point I was sleeping in there, bro. So I'm gonna keep it PG.
Why y'all sleeping in the locker room before we move on?
Oh man, how about the time when Ray Shaw and JD went at it with them boxing gloves, man?
Ooh,
bro,
yeah.
Bro,
that was it right there.
Bro, that was lit, bro. That's all I got for y'all, man. I can't tell no other stories. I can't tell.
Is that Rashad Jackson and JD Gerard Davis, Jordan?
Nah, Rashad Jackson and Jared Davis, linebacker 40.
And Jared Davis.
Absolutely.
Woo!
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I thought you said Rashad won that boxing match, right?
He
sure did.
You said something that the fans wouldn't know. T. Rouse put that video on Snapchat and it actually got leaked. You remember that?
Yeah, they got mad at T. Rouse
a couple weeks ago.
It got leaked, man. Shout out to T. Rouse, man. Shout out to T. Rouse.
T. Rouse was doing content before content was even a thing. He would have been killing
it. He would have been killing it, bro.
He would have been killing it.
Absolutely, man. Good times, dog. Good times.
So Cece, who was the best offensive lineman you went up against at UF and then in college, or just opponent?
In college, I would say Jawan Taylor every day in practice.
Yeah.
Man, listen.
Yeah.
That boy got some power in his hands, man. He got some power in his hands, man.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
He is a
beast. He is a beast. He literally he can switch up his technique, but you won't know it until it's too late because he makes everything look the same coming out of his stance. A few people will understand that, but he just makes every rep looks the same. And he is so fast, he's so strong, and he's such a good person. That's what makes it like even more bad because it's like, damn, you just pancake me and now you laughing in my face like, don't help me up, man. You know what I mean? But Jawan Taylor is he's definitely the number one. He's definitely the number one. And it's not even close with anybody else.
So what's a game during your Gator career that meant the most to you, and why?
Damn, that's a good one. Honestly, bro, I don't know if it's my first Florida Georgia game or my first Florida State game, because I'm from McClenny, Florida.
Yeah,
Florida Georgia's right there in Jacksonville every year. Florida State is in Tallahassee, right up the road from me. So growing up and watching those games as a fan, and that was my first time as a player. That was my first time attending one of those games. I never went as a fan growing up, nothing. So my first time there was my first time there.
Damn, that's powerful.
Those moments of watching something on TV and actually like that becoming your reality, that was pretty special, bro. That was pretty special.
Yeah, for sure.
What was the pressure? What was the pressure like coming in as a 5-star player coming in college football? Did you feel the pressure from the fans and just expectations?
Is somebody else talking right now?
Oh yeah, he said, what was it like coming in as a 5-star recruit and trying to live up to those expectations?
It really wasn't. I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty humble, and I really take things for what they are. So I really didn't let the title of being a 5-star make me get out of character and do more than just go out there and play football at my highest ability. You know what I mean? So it really wasn't any pressure coming up and having to live up to those expectations, because I had Jonathan Bullitt there as a great leader. I had Cox there as a great leader. I had those guys that had me prepared for the moment. So it really wasn't too much hype around it.
Yeah, for sure.
What was your favorite game, I guess, as a Gator? What was the game that really stands out to you? It could have been your personal performance. It could have been the team. It could have been an environment. What were some of your favorite games as a Gator?
My favorite game is definitely that, was it 2016? I think it was 2016 LSU. There was a hurricane situation going on and everything, so we had to take the game to Louisiana. I think just everything that came around that game, like the trash talking, the that we win.
Oh yeah, because they said you guys were scared to play them. That's right.
Yeah, cancel the game, bro.
So much on the line, pride, our season, ego. You know what I'm saying? So like that was definitely my favorite game. And this guy, Mr. Scarlett, I literally just told him this the other day. I've never seen a running back have a performance the way he did that game, just as far as like being physical. This man was putting linebackers out the game. Out the game. He was menaced that day, man. He menaced that day. But definitely that 2016 or 17 LSU is my favorite by far.
Ask Cece about that game. Two things. One, I think he was around Leonard Fournette.
Yeah. No, we're going to repeat it back. Go ahead, Nick.
I think he was around Leonard Fournette. There was a little pregame scuffle.
Did you get into a pregame scuffle with Leonard Fournette? Talk to us a little bit about that.
No. I didn't get in the pregame scuffle with him. I actually didn't. The prior week, we played South Carolina, and I was actually coming off a turf toe injury. So instead of being the instigator, I was being the mediator. So I was trying to get my guys back on the sideline, just take care of business when the first quarter starts, So yeah, I took a little different approach. I let my frustration out in between the white lines when the game started.
We could have used you this year to get a coach off the field.
he was Dan or Jordan. He was in on that last play. Have him walk us through that last play, the goal line stand.
Walk us through that last play, that goal line stand.
The whole series.
Goodness, you got
the whole series.
The whole series.
They got a penalty and they restarted it, right?
They restarted multiple times, right?
Insane. It was literally insane, dog. It was literally insane. But you know what? The crazy thing about it, there was no doubt in my mind that we were going to win the game. I knew that we were going to win that game. But yeah, they drive the ball all the way down the field. I think that last drive, they went like 80-something yards.
Yeah.
They had a pretty impressive drive. I think they went like 80-something yards in like 8 plays, winding down the clock. Everything was working for them. Everything was working for them until they got to the 1-yard line. They just couldn't figure out what to do. But that was definitely something that gives me chills to this day.
This day when I watched that
four stops against an LSU powerhouse whose history is being known as running down your throat at will. Some of the biggest offensive linemen in the conference. One of the best best running backs, Darius Geis and Leonard Fournette. And you got a decent fullback back there then.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was if it was a different author, it would go their way. But it just sucks that the author of this story was the Florida Gators and us. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, baby. Come on.
Yes, sir. Welcome your trap, baby.
That's it. That's what really turned me up, though.
And then you guys had we in the boot. Y'all were singing in the locker room.
We were singing that shit. That's what turned me up. Once I heard it was fighting, and I'm like, damn, them boys was out there fighting. I'm like, we got to turn up on their ass. Everybody was ready to turn up.
Who was our DB coach that year? Was it Coach Gray?
Yeah, I think it was.
Man, you remember Fournette had nothing, ran up and pushed Gray. You remember that?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. By the time our boys got back to the locker room, I'm like, this shit done turned to an uproar real fast.
Man,
like,
I'm telling you, bro.
to go down.
And it was, like I said, it was so much of the theatrics around that game. Our season on the line. Shell, is Superman gonna play? I remember that's when Bunsenberger said, "Is Superman gonna play?" Talking about Fournette. Hey, Superman must have left his cape at home that day, dog. That's funny. Home that day, bro. Them Gators had something to say down there in the booth. Absolutely.
So I got one more question for you, man. Just tell us about a moment when you knew you belonged in the SEC. Maybe it was play versus a big team or wherever it may have been practice. Because to be honest, Brian, practice, like you said, we went against dogs as well. Like, I feel like for me, so let me know what was your best moment where you felt like you belong in SEC.
There's actually there's that one moment where it's like, damn, I think I'm where I'm supposed to be, and then there's that moment of like, hell yeah, I'm here. So that first moment is my freshman year, bro. It's my freshman year. We're out there. You remember this is before they put the I forget which field it was. It was out there by the track. And it was one morning, and this is when we had Coach Kent, bro. You got Antonio Morris and you got all them firecrackers out there, bro. I knew then, this is my first reason that I knew. I was like, if I make it through this workout this entire week, I belong here. I belong here if I make it through the workout. Transition. This is where I erased the doubt. Going against David Sharp in practice. Going up against Big Trip Thurman in practice. Going up against a young, fresh Martez Ivy in practice. Once I knew I could survive those guys, there was nobody in the country I was worried about after that. And that's my God on this trip, bro. So I'm one of those guys who I can honestly say my environment created the product that I was out there on Saturdays. I didn't have to leave my campus and my teammates in order to get better. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't dependent on going against a Georgia or LSU lineman to test what I got to do. I knew every day in practice I had to test what I had to do against some of the greats. You know what I mean? So 100%. That's my answer, bro. Absolutely.
Can you hear me now?
Let me try something. Hold on one second.
If not,
can you hear Corey now?
Yo.
No, you probably can't. Just tell me your question.
Yeah, you're not tech support. You don't know what you're doing, bro. Real quick.
I'm just trying to move squares around because Jordan and I are on the top and he can hear us. Let's just give it a shot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, right?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Try it out.
Bro, that's a 90s kid who's just blowing in the disc. Hey,
I'm just trying. What's your question?
Nintendo cartridge?
Yeah.
My question. Okay, real quick. You had 3D line coaches while you was at Florida. I think Terrell Williams, Sal Sensori, and also my man Chris Rumph. Like, which out of those three, which one did you like more, favor more, or was a better coach?
That one.
You had. Oh, go ahead, Jordan.
No, you could tell him.
You had three different defensive line coaches at UF. What was who was your favorite? Who'd you learn the most from? What was their difference in coaching style like?
Oh man, I was waiting on this question.
I could have told you who was his favorite.
My absolute favorite was a man named Coach Chris Rumph from the state of South Carolina. That was by far my favorite because he's a man. You know what I mean? And he's so much of a man to where he doesn't let his job feel like, okay, just because I'm your coach and you're my player, I can treat you any kind of way or talk to you any kind of way. he really gonna put his arm around you. Hey, son, you better get your stuff together. You know what I mean? He's gonna bring it to you in a way where you ain't got no choice but to respect it. So for my favorite, I would definitely say him, and I learned a lot from him too. Who I learned the most from, I would have to say either Coach Grantham or Coach Sal Sinceri, man.
Yeah, Coach Sal was an underdog. He was a gem too, for real.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But the thing about them, they take two different approaches to coaching. Like I said, Coach Rump is kind of gonna, that mean father role. Yeah. Coach Grantham and them is gonna talk to you like, "Hey, man, I'm doing you a favor. You either gonna listen or you ain't." You know what I'm saying? They're thinking that, "Hey, man, listen, I'm bringing in guys to replace you." You know what I'm saying? That's how serious I take my job. But at the end of the day, you got to respect both parties, because what you do on the field is going to determine how long they're going to keep their job. So I understand both approaches. But yeah, those coaches are some of my favorites, man. And those are the guys who I learned the most from. Absolutely.
Ask him if he thought that was Coach McElwain on the Shark.
Did you guys think that when the photo of somebody that looked like Jim McElwain on a Shark actually was him?
Stop that, man. Stop that, man. Don't do my coach like that, man. Don't do my coach like that, man. Don't do my coach like that, man. That picture was not real, man. My coach took us.
AI before AI, right?
Did I want to say that's AI before AI right there? Oh my God.
That is not the character of somebody who takes their team to back-to-back SEC championship his first year. That is not his character.
Yeah, they
man.
tried him with that one. That was too funny.
But I must admit, it looked a little too real.
Hey, when they put that bit up on that big screen, I was like, "Oh, nobody said."
Hey, I'm like, see, I got to check this out. I'm zooming in. I'm like, okay, it look real. I zoom in on Coach. But Coach, you got a freckle right now.
That shit was too funny, man.
Man, success comes hate, man. So that was just a part of it, dog. That was just a part of it.
Yeah, definitely. Boys, big trolling on the internet.
Yeah. Carl, what are you up to now? What are you up to now?
I'm a full-time content creator, man.
96 labs. Tell them boys about it.
96 labs, man. 96 labs. I do comedy, and I also do. I'm getting into the food side of it as well. But it's going pretty good for me, man. I really can't complain. And what I like about it is it forces me to think and be creative each day. Like all of my posts, they're my posts. I'm not one of those who go out here and I post still and just change the sound or change the words around. No, this is coming off the mind of 96, so yeah, man, that's what I'm up to these days. And I also do a little, football training on the side. Okay. Just try to keep myself busy.
What do you think of Coach Summerall? Have you met him in person or?
No, I've never met Coach Summerall. Okay. And honestly, dude, I don't even know if I should say this. I'm so detached from Florida football. If you have any questions about what happened in the last probably 3 to 4 years, I have zero answers for you, dog. Yeah. I'm that detached, man. I really need to get back to my roots and start back locking in and keeping up with those guys. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to meet Coach Summerall. I haven't even looked at any of his videos to see what he's about. But I'll do that tonight.
Yeah, I think that's a common thing, right? Even when I didn't play at a high level like you guys. When I stopped playing, I didn't watch it for 3-4 years, bro. So I think, Jordan, did you experience that? I don't think you hear me.
Yeah. I'll repeat back what he said. He said Corey played college football as well, and he said that it's a common thing that after you play, maybe after your career is over, there's a bit of detachment. And he was wondering if that's something that Jordan or you have seen with some of your other former teammates and stuff like that too, that they get a little bit detached after it's all over.
2-5. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I feel like for me, I agree with that, man. I think it's just a little bit of bittersweet attachment to it, just because, you was playing the game at a real high level, especially if you knew how good you were as a player and you kind of still had feelings that you were still capable of playing and still playing at a high level, but you just can't, obviously, due to just opportunity reasons. I think I didn't go back to my first Florida game until like 3 years, not playing no more. And I was really because I had kids, and I felt bad. I'm like, damn, I got a kid now. Like, I got pictures and posters up still at Florida. Like, I got to bring my baby to go see them pictures just so I can take a picture next to me. Like I need to get out my funk and just just appreciate all that I've done. You feel me? A lot of people ain't make it this far, and that takes a little bit of time, to realize as an athlete, because you're dealing with real life, you're dealing with career change, life change, everything change. I think it's just hard, man. It's a lot thrown at you. So I think that's why a lot of players detach from it, and I think that's mainly why I detached from it in the beginning. But luckily, I got a woman on my side to kind of bring me up, and she was like, "Man, let's go." She was also a Florida Gator too, so good for her. She's like, "Man, we're going back. We both from here. We met here. Literally, why are we not bringing our baby back here to where we literally met to make her out there?" But you know what I mean.
Yeah, we got you, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that was kind of it for me. Right?
Damn, dude. If I knew you were gonna answer with that textbook as answer, I would have went first. That was the perfect answer, bro. Damn, bro. He's just covering topics, and I'm like, okay, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that too. Damn, I was gonna say that as well. Hey, come on, man, save something for me, dog. Save something for me. But to piggyback off of what you said, bro, that's definitely true. That's definitely true. It's definitely like that bittersweetness of, damn, I feel like, now I'm better than I was then. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of just like, you're not running away from it, but it's kind of just like, you try not to think about it because it was such a big moment of your life, and it could have sent you in so many directions. And just because the direction it didn't send you to, you feel like you got to kind of put it on the back burner. You know what I'm saying? And I got to stop doing that because I'm really disrespecting something that was up in my life and something that I went and made an impact at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest thing for me, bro, is like this, not really being satisfied with the opportunity that I had and the choices that I made with that opportunity. So that's pretty much how I feel. But I definitely have seen that in other players. Definitely have seen that in other players. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I want you to know, Carl, we'll let you go, that your impact, no matter how big or how small, it's so an important part of UF's history and a big important part of your life and your career, everything that you've done before and after. I'm not being a guidance counselor. I just want to let you know that any impact, anybody willing to put their body on the field to, whether they achieve the goals that they set out to or not, you set out a goal for yourself, graduated from the University of Florida, got to play collegiate football, which so many people try to do and never get the opportunity to. So I hope that there's a huge Florida Gator fan base that's proud of the hard work that you did and what you committed to the University of Florida. So I hope you don't doubt what you did made an impact, because maybe it wasn't the on-field impact you want, but maybe it helped somebody else in a dark time, or maybe it helped a player get better that was able to do something with his life, whether it was beyond football or in football. You had that impact. So man, it was awesome to chat with you, and man, you looked the exact same what you did. I mean, obviously bigger from that 247 profile from way back when. And I was with Corey when you committed to UF. We were at a bar in St. Pete.
You know what they say, right?
Yeah, I can't say it.
You know what they say?
Oh, what?
I already know what you're gonna say.
Is it what I think you're gonna say?
Fine like wine, baby. Fine like wine, baby. Fine like wine.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But
All
I
right.
definitely
Well, I was close.
kind words. I definitely appreciate the kind words. Absolutely, man. I definitely appreciate the kind words.
Yeah.
Give us your content channels, man. What can we find you?
Yeah, give us your content channels.
I most definitely right. You want them right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so my Instagram is pretty much my Instagram. It's bgreat7, and my other food page is 96_eats, but I spell eats with a Z instead of an S. Because, creativity.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I had a great time doing this, dog. I'm a loner, and I've been a loner all my life. So, being able to get out and talk to the boys, that shit feel good, huh?
That's what's up.
What's up,
Man, if you
come
if you
kick it with me at practice. He's only he's only an hour or so up the road.
Nick said,
get back on the
if you
scene,
ever,
my brother.
Yeah, if you ever want to come check out a UF practice, Nick's able to go to all of them, and he would love to bring you along and maybe reintroduce you, even if it's just dipping your foot in the water. Yeah, just see how it feels.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Shit, the foot, I'm jumping in the water head first.
There you go.
Let's do it.
That didn't take a lot of
go.
convincing.
Hey, well, I'm letting you go back.
Absolutely not.
Nah, but for real though, CC, I'm
I
gonna be
didn't.
at the spring game. I think the spring game is on the 11th of April, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah.
April 11th.
Pull up to the spring game, man. Johnny Townsend throwing a little tailgate. All the former players gonna be there. I'm trying to recruit and get out all my boys from my class. We got to bring the boys back. Come on now. So I've been reaching out to all types of niggas. So we gonna get it together, man. We gonna get there. Sorry, fellas. I'm right.
He vibing out.
me and my dog got 4 years of blood, sweat, and tears, man.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Man.
CC even go back with me when me and CC was at the U.S. All-American game. I think y'all boys, that was the worst game of my life ever. CC could tell y'all about that one. U.S. All-American game, I got 4 carries.
Oh no! Stop talking! You just told him I can tell it, so let me tell it.
I don't think I want to.
Right? This is. I will. You cool? Go fix you something to drink or something, dog. Exclude yourself. So listen, we had the U.S. Army All-American game. The U.S. Army All-American game. It's me, him, Tez, everybody who's somebody in that class. So I tore my shoulder my senior year of high school, and I was still rehabbing. So I'm like, damn, brother, I'm gonna go out there and do this thing. Man, when I tell you 2-5 had 4 straight carries with 4 straight fumbles, I was like, yo, what's going on, man?
This guy can go back to FAU.
I'm telling you, like this man on his arms or something, dog. He could not hold on to the ball to save his life, dog, at all.
I'll tell you one thing, boy. That was a learning lesson, bro. That was karma right there. I was living. I left, bro. I ain't practiced all the practice. I went back home because it was like around New Year's. Y'all ain't even peep. I went back to the.
You left San Antonio.
Yes, I didn't practice all the practices, bro. I went home for New Year's. They flew me back out to come back to practice. That was bad karma. I was just dancing to the football guys, and the football guys gave me what they got. He said, "You want to go home and do what you want to do, and not
being
grind
a diva."
Out.
He was. Listen.
What you want.
You school Jordan would have never done that. He went to STA, got that life a little bit. He's like, I gotta go back home.
Listen, all those practices, bro.
To my STA girlfriend.
Rainy and muggy and everything, bro.
Bruh, I had to read torn that bitch. Oh my god.
Damn.
Everything roll,
damn.
Boy.
Hey, did we end up winning that game?
Yes. After all that, we won. I was like, ain't no way.
Despite Jordan's best efforts, the team won.
Who took that kick return to the crib?
I forgot the kid's name, bro, but I think he was in the league for a little bit, but he was sliding. It was Terrence. No, he wasn't in the league. He was, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Tavares McFadden from American Heritage.
Okay.
I knew that.
No, he didn't. I don't think he played in it. I think he played in
the league. I think he went straight to Canada.
I know did.
Yeah.
But he balling in Canada, though. He be doing his thing.
Hey, bro, do you? He is. Hey, do you remember that short dude on our team, bro? I think his name was like TJ Durham or something like that. He was a receiver.
On our team?
His name was something, bro.
You talking about TJ Raymond?
Yeah, I want to say he ended up going to like North Carolina.
Yeah, he went to Duke, and then he went to play for the Miami Dolphins for a little bit. I know TJ. I still talk to TJ. He's from the career.
Bro,
he was like that.
You couldn't tell me he wasn't the best thing since sliced bread, bro. He was like that, bro. He was like that, bro. He was like that. Absolutely.
He was small for real. He had routes. He was fine.
Yep, he was small. He did, bro.
Ask me if he still in contact with Martez Ivey.
Good times.
You still keep up with Martez Ivey?
Yeah, I just me and Martin, I think Tom. So yeah, I just talked to him the other day. Yep.
Okay, that's good.
I love it. I love it.
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
Carl, we're gonna let you run, brother. We got a little bit more content to talk about, and then we got to talk to your boy Valdez Showers before we wrap up here, man. But let's absolutely do this here again soon, man. And congratulations on all your content success. I know I'm gonna be definitely following you after the show.
Just shot you a follow, man. Hit me to follow back, bro.
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys thinking of me. And also let me have the opportunity to come on, man. I definitely had a blast, and I'm looking forward to next time you guys want me on the show.
Absolutely, brother. We'd love to have you on.
What are you doing next week?
Man. No problem. No problem.
Appreciate you, brother, man. I'll be up with you, brother. Make sure you pull up to the spring game, man. We in there.
I'm there. I'm
Let's
there. I'm there, bro. And actually, I'm about to shit. Nick, can you hear me?
Yeah, he hear you.
Yeah, he got you.
Okay. Listen, Nick. I think I ain't been on Twitter in God knows how long. I think we still follow each other on Twitter. If I can find you before you can find me, shoot me your number, man. I'm gonna definitely take you up on that chaperone mission.
Jordan, just text him my contact.
Yeah,
I'll send you the number right now. I got the number.
Yeah. No, I got it for you. It's 954.
Hey!
My number is 954 number 2. That's what's so crazy.
Ooh,
yeah, that boy SPA, baby. It's St. Thomas boy.
Yeah. All right, Carl. We appreciate you, brother. We'll talk to you soon, my friend.
All right,
yes, sir. And y'all have a blessed night, man, and take care. I thank y'all again.
You too,
Go
brother.
Gators,
We'll talk
baby.
to you soon.
Go Gators, baby. Love.
Dan, I didn't know. I thought we were pushing the nuclear bombs. I thought the missiles are being pushed.
No, I would never call out one of my former or my fellow co-hosts on a show.
No, it was Corey.
What happened? This is accountability, man. You know,
Y'all boys are stupid.
it's a little accountability.
That was great, man. That was great.
No,
That'd be awesome if we can get him back involved with UF.
Yeah.
Before Valdez still coming on at 8:30.
Yep. You still ready for 8:30?
I hope you guys brought your Red Bull, Nick. I know you have your Celsius.
I went through 2 of them. We're grinding.
Do 2 of them.
Nick's blood pressure is going to be like 300 over 190.
No. My blood pressure is good. My blood pressure is good. I do need to get some blood work done. I need to see if I need like B12 shots.
Caffeine doesn't affect you anymore. Yeah, I get you.
It's like my every morning is 5 shots of espresso, and that gets me to like 11 a.m. and then I need another.
Just take a little shot of honey. That should have boost you up, bro.
No, if caffeine ain't working, I don't think honey gonna work, bro.
Yeah, buddy, we're putting in like 500 milligrams of caffeine a day. I got
an idea.
You gotta go raw in life sometimes, bro. You got too much caffeine. Take a little fast. Take a week fast.
Take honey before a workout all the time. That thing boosts you up, bro.
Really?
Yeah, you living a whosome life, man.
Ain't that wholesome. I also don't drink coffee.
If honey work, yeah, that shit you living on.
Jordan's like, hey, have you tried sweet tarts? The sugar will really get you going in the morning.
Like 2 now layers, man. Get you where you need to
be. Gatorade, little chew things before workouts or practice. Like,
bro, we were just shooting with the women's basketball team, and they had like those Gatorade energy chews, and I turned around. I'm like, this is just 30 grams of sugar. This is it's just a sugar cube.
Shot of honey, bro. That honey gonna boot you up, bro.
Yeah,
I bet you it won't.
Sweating out 4 pounds of water.
I'll see you April 11th, and I bet you it won't.
All right. Oh shit.
All right. So we left off on camp talk. So I guess they had their first practice in pads on Saturday, as Coach Trautwein mentioned. Nick, we've got practice when this week to Tuesday and Thursday?
Tuesday, Thursday, and I think Saturday.
And I don't know. I thought he said that it was on Thursday and then they go on spring break.
Right, but I think they practice Saturday because they practice at 9:30 in the morning. And I think it's one of those like you're gonna come in, you're gonna get your work, and then you can go.
Then you can go to Panama City.
Then you can go,
to Miami.
First off, we haven't addressed this yet. I want to. the most St. Thomas shit Jordan's ever done.
Hey,
You are in Texas at an all-American game, and you're like, hey, by the way, I'm going to need some accommodations. I need a flight back to South Florida so I can party it up, and then you can fly me back.
They did
so
it.
I can fumble 4 times.
I paid for it in full. The football guys got my behind back because I was trying to abuse my power and abuse my name, and I got what I wanted. And he gave me what I was deserved of. And I like that happened to me, bro, because it made me kind of like not take football more seriously, but like it kind of made me that, okay, like I need to stop like prioritizing women and more prioritize football. You feel me? Because that was totally woman driven. It was New Year's. My girl was like, come on, babe, come back and spend New Year's with me. I'm like, oh shit. And I did it. And I literally, bro, it was like a read option with Torrance Gibson. Bad exchange. Ball on the ground. I dive on it. I think it was another one. It was with another quarterback. Same idea. Read option. I got the rock. I make it through the line. Deep lineman pitches it out. Boof. They get the ball back. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, I don't even think
I see what type of running back you'd have been in this NIL era. You'd have been a real.
My guy would have been in college 5 years, 5 teams.
I would have been that.
5 different Mercedes.
And then still in NCAA. I could see it.
For real. I would have been.
Flew back home for New Year's and then flew back. Yeah, you was driving a hard bargain, my boy.
As a 17-year-old.
I was bad, bro. I was bad.
And grown people fold to 17-year-old kid football players. You're an athlete, bro. You got the world at the palm of your hands, man.
I swear. And I knew that. And I started taking advantage of that, and it was wrong. It was bad.
We got a little bit more time. I mean, we killed some time talking about, it ain't politics, but they're talking about NIL, transfer portal, all that stuff at the White House. What you guys' thoughts on that? On what we've gotten back?
I think we're going to have a spirited discussion next week. Valdez Showers just hopped in.
Okay.
You want to pop that, and then we got a very interesting guest next week. Do we want to announce it?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, go ahead.
Josh Pate is pulling up, man. We're gonna talk Josh Pate. I know he caught a lot of flack for his episode with the president, and I had a tweet out there. It just makes sense, man. It's like NIL, all of that stuff is going to be passing through legislations and federal things for it to, for us to get some change, some regulations, some guardrails. So we're gonna have Josh Pate on next week to discuss some of this. So yeah, let's kick it to next week.
Yeah. All right, yeah, let's kick it to next. We can talk about it after. I just don't want to leave him waiting. With that, we're gonna welcome former Florida Gator Valdez Showers to the show. Valdez, welcome, brother.
What's going on, man? How y'all boys doing?
Of course, he got a haircut.
Who told y'all about that, man?
Everybody know, man.
Everyone knows you were the barber, which means you probably got the best story. So no pressure.
Nah.
Everyone knows that you just openly talk at the barbershop, and you were him.
Hey, y'all know how it go. Every now and then you get a little therapy session going on. Sometimes it's for you, sometimes it's for them, but all healing going on for sure.
That's already.
Des, talk to us a little bit about how you came to UF. What made that decision the right one for you? You were recruited by a lot of different schools. So what ultimately about Florida? Because you're not from Florida. You're from what, Michigan, right?
Yep, Detroit.
Yeah, from Michigan. So it's a long way away. There's a lot of schools in between here and there. What made UF the one that you chose?
Ultimately, man, it was just wanting to get away from home. Obviously, growing up in Detroit, my family there, all my family's still there. It's snowing, it's cold. I was like, man, I got to get a change of scenery. So I took an official visit down to Florida when Urban Meyer was still the head football coach. And I fell in love with it, man. Fell in love with the weather. The scenery was nice. Of course, we ain't got to go too far into that, but I enjoyed the trip.
A lot of things were nice there.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, nonetheless, I just looking for a change of scenery, man, and good balance of academic and athletics. Obviously, Florida had both, so for me, it was kind of a no-brainer at that moment.
Who's your lead recruiter?
So it was a coach. He actually ended up coaching my brother at Central Michigan. His name was Zach Azani. And he was the receiver coach at the time. Yeah. So he, he started it off, and obviously, he was part of the staff that got let go with the transition of Muschamp. But nonetheless, he started that recruiting for me.
Who hosted on that official visit? What was that like?
So I
who
had
really was your lead recruiter? Is the question.
In terms of the extracurricular activities, I had Josh Shaw. Josh Shaw was out of Cali. He was the safety then. Yeah. So I had Josh Shaw for the most part, and a couple people just stepped in, and before you know it, I just kind of had a group of people out there hosting me. So.
What was the spot? That was that Cantina still? Can you hear me, Valdez? No.
Nobody can hear you. You can't hear Nick. What was the spot at that time? Was it Cantina?
I want to say, Cantina was jumping in, and Vault downtown. Vault downtown was jumping at the same time. So I think we ended up hitting both in the same night. Came on, brought it back in.
What was who was your number 2? Was there other official visits that you take? Did you take your 5?
No, actually, I only took one. I was tired of the recruiting process, to be honest with you. At that point, we had seen pretty much all the schools like in the Midwest, and I was like, obviously at Michigan State. Michigan State was my number 2. I actually was wanting to go there, but ultimately, like I said, it came down to the location. You know what I mean? Just wanted to get away from home. Got tired of the recruiting process, man. I was like, let me shut this down before the season start, so I can get focused in on my last year, and try to be as successful as possible.
You came to UF as a cornerback, though, right? When you were being recruited?
You said as a quarterback or cornerback?
Corner.
Can you hear Dan?
Cornerback.
No, I couldn't hear Dan at all.
Oh, man.
What is going on
Hands
with
out,
now? They can hear me and Jordan, and they can't hear you two.
I don't even think you hear me. Valley, do you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah. I can hear you.
Me? Damn.
Did you come to UF as a quarterback? Like, what were they selling you role wise?
Yeah. Role wise, I came in as a cornerback. That's what Urban Meyer started recruiting me off as a cornerback when I came down to Florida and worked out as a quarterback. And then I ended up coming, once Muschamp came in, they asked me to transition over to safety, just because of, I guess my body type, athleticism and et cetera.
Right.
And then like for Muschamp, his defense, being a safety was like the quarterback of the defense. You know what I mean? His defense was very complex, just in terms of that initial before we started to make adjustments. So they asked me to transition over to safety, and I ain't had no problem with it. I was an athlete in high school, played multiple positions. It didn't mind at all.
So how soon you get on campus, you become the team's barber? Like, what was like? Did you already have those skills already in high school doing your thing?
Yeah.
Like, how was you learn to cut? Who's your first client at UF? Like, how did this happen?
First client I remember, man. But I've been cutting hair since I was 11 years old. And I just started off on my cousins. You know what I mean? At the time, I got tired of my pops cutting my hair. He was giving us like hot top fades then. And like you telling him like, man, no, just give me a little Caesar, all even, taping the sides of the back. He like, nah, man, it just gave us hot top fades. So I'm like, I'm gonna start cutting my own hair. You know what I mean? And so I was practicing on my cousins, and eventually progressed to cut myself. And then, from there I just kept on building. And then so, my mama used to always tell me too, like, you might as well stick with it. You can make some money in college. And so once I got there, man, I was barber since day one. Everybody was looking for a cut as soon as they got on campus.
Bruh, those lines used to be so long, I couldn't even get a cut. I'm like, bruh, I ain't waiting no hour and a half, 2 hours for the damn cut in the bathroom. I'm gone.
Man, y'all had the time, boy. My senior year came around, I had to I can't speak on the numbers, but I had to do something, man.
Yeah, they probably retro suspend you or something, man. NIL went out. You couldn't be making that type of bread, my brother.
I'm trying to tell you.
So just speaking on that, well, what was maybe the best locker room moment for you that maybe fans or anybody else wouldn't know about?
Best locker room moment. Man.
It can be multiple. It can be anything, you know. So there's a lot of things that goes down in the locker room.
I'm trying to tell you.
It's a family show, man. We ain't tripping on it, man. Nobody really watches this. It's just us. It's like we get like 5 fans. Man.
Craziness. It don't matter.
You can say whatever on here.
Do that. I'll tell you. Like one of the best experiences, probably like my freshman year. We just was on the sideline. You know, at the time I had got redshirted my freshman year, and we played Alabama. First play of the game, bombed to Andre DeBose, and that was probably the loudest I ever heard a stadium. You know what I mean? So like crazy. You talking about memorable experience. Like that was crazy because man, that was just so loud. Like we was talking, you know, and obviously you can't hear the person next to you. So that was a hell of an experience. Other than that, man, I really enjoyed the whole process of just being in the locker room with the guys. I mean, we had our share. Battles, fights, joking around and all of that. But that whole experience for me was memorable. I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed the relationships I built, you know what I mean? And being able to, connect with different people from different walks of life and everything. So that whole experience for me, man, I appreciate it. But that one play right there, I don't know, it just stuck out to me, man. That was like my welcome to the SEC moment, like witnessing that.
Right. Valdez, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Ooh, back in. Did you return the kickoff? I think it was McElwain. It was the Lightning game.
Yes, sir.
And that was the only play of the game.
Yes, sir.
Against Idaho, right?
Idaho, yeah.
Yep.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now too, Dan.
We back. Boys are back.
Was that Mac's first game too? As coach? I don't know if it was or it wasn't. It might have been his first game.
Yeah, it had to be. That was 2015.
I remember there was so much buildup.
No, that was Muschamp. I'm sorry.
That was Muschamp.
2014. That was 2014.
There was so much buildup. It's the first game of the season. You had a nasty kick return, and then it's like lightning. There's not even an offensive play, and then we sat there for like 3 hours until they like canceled the game. What's going through your mind? You get the ball, nasty return, and then they're like, hey, head to the locker room. And then you guys are just like sitting there waiting.
Man, so true story. We kind of knew like it was going to be some type of rain delay, just leading up to the game. And so it was up and down. We'll go out on the field, warm up. They'll be like, come back in. It's probably going to rain. And so I ended up, coming back in, man, and be honest with you, I had got in my locker, took my shoulder pads off and fell asleep. You know what I mean? So then they end up waking us. They end up waking, getting us back up. Like, hey, okay, we going on right now, right? So I just get up like, oh shoot, you know what I mean? I ain't expecting. Right. I didn't even think we was gonna play because they had been delayed like at least an hour and a half, 2 hours at this point. So we get out there, and to be honest with you, I wasn't thinking about nothing at all. I'm thinking that they're gonna get canceled again because right before the kickoff, it was another lightning strike, and it looked like it was super close. So I'm just kind of just standing there. And then next thing you know, they kick it off. Boom. And I just I could see the ball because it was raining hard. So I just kind of ran up because they did a short kick. We called it a sky kick. And I just adjusted to the ball, ran up, almost dropped that. Like if you look at the film, because it was raining and I had to run up like 15, 20 yards to catch it.
Yeah, when I caught it, running up on it.
I almost dropped that. So I wasn't thinking nothing, to be honest with you, man. But I would say too, like leading up to it in practice, they kept practicing the sky kick, and during practice, I would always cut back cross field. You know what I mean? And the special team coach at that time, DJ Durkin, was like, "Man, what you doing? Just run the return." You know what I mean? I'm like, they coming. If you gonna have everybody squeeze me to the sideline, I'm gonna cut back naturally. And so, just instinctually, I just kept kept doing that, and it played out just like that in the game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it was actually funny to see that because like he was on me about it. I'm like, man, y'all squeezing down. Why wouldn't I cut
But you
back?
want me to run through all that?
Right, like I don't even make sense.
I would have ran directly to Coach Dirk and been like, you still want me to follow that? And now you like to come back now, Coach?
Yeah, I ain't say nothing. I just let it rock, man. But sure enough, he definitely told me that a few times. I'm like, man, you tripping, man. Tripping. Yeah.
Because you also had a long kickoff return against Toledo, right? The year before?
It was 2013. Nah, I think I had one versus Florida State. Toledo, I might have had one during Toledo as well. I can't remember that one. Most of my stuff got called back anyway, so I ain't, you know what I mean? I ain't even know what to do at that point.
Yeah, it's still counting, my boys. It's on tape. Shit.
Hey, it's on. Hey, you got the film. It count, baby.
Come on, I like it.
Give me a Muschamp story, man. We get a lot of urban stories. Give me some
camp story, or maybe one of your hardest practices or like workouts through all your different coaches. Like obviously you have been through some. You feel me? Either one.
Man, listen. I tell everybody, man, like transitioning in the real world after football, etc. Like this is the easiest stuff. And like when I went to camp in my freshman year, so 2011, 2012 under Will Muschamp, man, that was the hardest moment in my life. Like when I tell you Gainesville might be the hottest place on earth. We was doing that was back when 2 days, you could do two full padded practices back to back. Yeah. 2 days. So, man, that was the hardest moment of my life, man. Like my mama couldn't recognize me when I went home. I got so dark. Like she used to look at me crazy, but definitely 2011, 2012 on the Will Muschamp, man, we was doing full padded practices, 2 of them. And it just was so hot, man. No shade, no breeze. Man, that was gruesome. But nonetheless, it made everything else easier.
There's something about Cece mentioned it right before you about that lacrosse field. Yeah. And like there's just nothing. There's no shade, there's no tall structures around you. Nothing. You're just getting baked. And like you said, there's no wind. No wind.
And you hear some of the horror stories from like the former players, they tell you about times like Herb went out there and passed out. You know what I mean? He had to call practice. It is so hot,
the heart thing was real.
Like I don't understand. Like everywhere I go now, I could wear a hoodie out in Florida now. You know what I mean?
You built for this now. Yeah.
After that,
what?
Man, can you imagine waking up? You already ain't getting all the sleep that you need in camp.
Come
just
on.
because of the meetings and that whole process. But, man, going out there in that heat, man, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
And that was coming from Michigan, that was your introduction.
Absolutely.
And it's not just the heat, it's the humidity. You don't have that in Detroit. You get down here and you feel like SpongeBob. You're under the ocean. Man, it's so humid.
Cleats soaked, you know what I mean? It's like you done just jumped in water. Man, I remember LaTroy Pittman. He came on as a freshman. Man, I watched this man run routes and throw up at the same time. Mid route, just throw up and keep running. Like, I was like, yo, this is sick, man. Somebody gonna pass out here.
Was y'all there for the Jared? Was you there when Jared Willis fought for the cleats?
No, that Jared Willis, bro, that's a crazy story. I don't think you were there for that. Were you? It was Skyler Morningweg
fight.
Skyler Morningweg. So Jordan Sherritt was hurt.
Yeah.
And Jared Willis asked Jordan Sherritt if he could use his cleats. Him and Skyler both wore number 17. So the cleats just had 17 written on them.
Yeah.
So Jared Willis grabbed Skyler Morningweg's cleats. Shout out to Skyler Morningweg. Went up and confronted Jared Willis.
Yeah.
Were you there for that?
So I was there, but I didn't see the whole thing transpire, man.
Neither did Skyler.
Yeah, I heard about that story. My man Skyler tough though, man. Skyler out of Philly, I think, man. He was tough, man. He stood in there, I heard, and he held it down. But
Bro, then it was
He's
Kanye
a Morton
Wire
Wicks.
after
He's
that.
out of Philly, but he's also a Morton Wicks, so he's rich.
Nah, that was I heard about that story, man.
Bro, Jared Willis is from New Orleans. Hey man, those cleats are yours. You need me to get you another pair? I'm not asking you for those back. I'm asking if you need a second pair.
Yeah, he was a big dude too, man. Sure. Yeah, Skyler, he got heart for that, man. I give him credit for that one. He stood in there.
There's other ways to get credit in the locker room.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's other ways. You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
You don't have to sacrifice your jaw.
Yeah, stand in that paint. Absolutely. Stand in that paint.
Who else was who had the best hands on the team during your era, man? Just not just in the locker room, but out at the clubs, etc. Man.
Hear you, Cor.
No, he said who had the best hands in your time at Florida, like who was fading the hardest.
Who was fading up?
Yeah, no. So we ask this question all the time, and people think it's who had the best hands? Oh, then they start naming like no.
We're not asking Pat
who had the best hands.
So I'll be honest, and obviously rest in peace, Ronald Powell, but I ain't get to see Ronald Powell myself. You know what I mean? You can see people like we used to do this thing called fourth quarter under Mickey Marotti. When he was the strength coach. So you can see people boxing and stuff like that. But man, I heard some stories from out of Ronald Powell. Like he had the locker room shook. So I heard he had the best hands. You know what I mean? But in terms of what I seen, who I seen fight, Mike Taylor.
Ooh,
Mike Taylor.
51.
Mike Taylor got hands. He official. Mike Taylor, he official. Like
that's real.
He got golden gloves. Like he good.
Golden gloves, huh? Okay.
Yes, sir.
There's an equation to it. Like Mike Taylor, not all there. Not every bulb was on. Like what you want in a linebacker.
Yeah.
But also, Mike Taylor wants to box. No, thank you.
Yeah. Mike T like that, man. He official. We can ride together. That's my guy.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah.
So who was maybe the best player you went against in your time at Florida? Whether it was you on the defensive side going against a good receiver, or a while later in your career you were receiving at good defense. Best player that maybe sharpened you at Florida, or if it was in a game.
Man, we had one of the nastiest route runners. Obviously, being the defensive back, one of the nastiest route runners. We had Jordan Reed. You know what I mean? Like y'all, I know y'all seen Jordan Reed tape. That boy like one mixtape out there. So Jordan Reed was probably like one of the best route runners that I went up against as a DB, because obviously he was like 230, 240. You know what I mean? Moving like that, like quick on his feet, and he was one of the best hoopers on the team.
I'm about to say, even if you're there, he gonna box you out.
Oh yeah, he gonna box you out. That's exactly what he did to me. Box me out, box me up. But Jordan Reed was probably like one of the best route runners that we had at that time. DB wise, man, y'all know we was shoot. I mean, I know LSU be trying to claim it, but we was DB.
Come on.
Hey, you know what I mean? Just go down the list. You know what I mean? Who we had? You know, Vern, Marcus Robertson. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Cody, that was crazy in the slot. Jalen Watkins,
Cody Riggs. I forgot about Cody.
Like we had Matt Elam was back there at that time. Like
5'6", yeah.
Keanu Neal.
Gangster.
Gangster. You know what I mean? Like that's disrespectful. Like that boy was crazy, man.
Hey, Nick Washington looked like he was like G.I. Joe.
Class came. I think that was your class. One of Scarlet.
Who? Kiki,
Jared Davis, and all them.
No. They was like maybe 2 years older than me. I was a puppy. I came in and Kiki was maybe like a junior, maybe him and Poole and all that. Right?
You was that young?
Yeah. Puppy, I only caught 1 year with you.
Man,
I think
that
I was a puppy. Yeah, it was real. Because, bro, when I
y'all
came
boys
in,
so big, man, I'm like, man, I swear to God.
bro, I came into one of the most lethal defenses ever.
Yeah.
In camp, like, who is all of these dudes? I ain't even watch college football.
Bro.
Why is somebody out here running the 4 whatever, running downhill at me like this?
That ain't no shit. That boy Kiki ain't had no helmet straps on, no chin strap on. Out there, old school, Ronnie Lott. Like, what's wrong with this man?
Bro, I can't hear Kiki.
I couldn't catch a break.
Oh yeah.
Come on. And then you got JD following behind Tone, acting just as crazy. You got
Anzalone was it went like Alex Anzalone, Antonio Morrison, JD.
Yeah.
Champ had them gangsters, boy.
We had sick defense from 2012 upward. Like,
yeah.
Whenever I hear Keanu Neal's name, I instantly envision him meeting Derrick Henry in Tuscaloosa.
Oh yeah, man, look like a little boy.
Crazy.
Yeah,
he cleaned him up good.
They had to take Kiki out of practice one day. That man he had came down and he had hit I think it was he hit Trey Burton, I think, first. And you know, obviously, like Trey was like a big deal. He still had rep. And he hit Trey Burton first. So Muschamp came out and cussed him out, like told him chill out. Man, that man came through and hit Solomon Patton. Oh my God. Yo, that was bad.
All 127 pounds?
Man, he was banned from practice, man. He was so fast. He was tripping, man. I used to tell him every practice, you hit me like that, we're gonna fight. I'm just gonna hit you right now.
And the crazy thing is, he was such a nice guy, bro. Like, as soon as you step off that grass, he was a respectable. He was nothing to.
Yeah, he was a great dude, man. He had this little thing, man. He used to idolize Brian Dawkins, and like his locker ended up being right next to mine at some point. But he used to have this little paper in his locker. He had a smiley face on it, and he had a mad face. And he had like transform on there, like
crazy.
Man, once that boy put that helmet on, he become a different person. And you can barely talk to him. You gotta like get him outside of practice to have a conversation. That's when he a nice guy. Like, he tripping.
I ran him over. He got to crying. I tried to ask him if he's okay. I seen his eyes crying. I'm like, oh, shit. To me again.
You don't want them problems, boy. Let that one go.
Is that what that story is, Jordan? When you were running like out of bounds, you dropped the shoulder a little bit?
Really, I don't think he knew I was going to drop the shoulder on him. He thought I was going to run out of bounds, but coaches teach you don't run out of bounds as a running back. So I dropped. Boom, you know, it's spring practice. It's like our little scrimmage. So everybody was like, ooh, you feel me? He felt embarrassed. He's seeing red at that rate. I'm like, oh my God.
I remember that. Shit, Scarlett was a freak too, but that boy was like 4'3". You went about 4'4" at the combine for sure.
Yeah, I went 4'4" at the combine.
Man, y'all boys came in so big. I was like, bro, these boys on something. I was like, oh, man, they moving. You know what I'm saying? Like Scarlett was moving.
But y'all boys laid the foundation, man. I came in there to a bunch of vets, bro, and just was watching the way y'all boys was moving and the way things was going. Obviously, man, we went. Unfortunately, we wasn't able to win the SEC, but we took. I mean, that got to be for some. People could say the East was cupcake and all that, but shoot, people ain't doing it now. And it ain't it's only still one good team in the East. Like, come on, we still can't do it now. So we managed to do it then, and I think that has to do a lot to our leaders that we had in the room and all our older guys paved the way for us.
Nah, for sure. We had a good team. We was playing ball. Them 2 years we were playing ball for sure. Like,
what's your favorite game?
But like SEC ain't never easy. Like you see the way it is now. Like SEC ain't never been easy.
I'm trying to tell
I don't think you hear me.
He said, "What was your favorite?" He said, "What was your favorite game as a Gator, though? If you was to pick one."
My favorite game, it had to be Alabama for me. That was like my highest productive game. Special teams, offense, I scored, played at receiver there as well. So for me, it was probably Alabama. That was my most productive game. You know, and obviously it was Alabama, right?
Yeah, I'm about to say Alabama was them boys at the time.
Yeah, so you can get off on somebody like that. Shoot,
Come on, yeah.
What about the? It was your senior year, I think, 2015.
Yeah.
That Will Grier, Ole Miss comes in. They got the Kimdichie brothers. I think they had Swag Kelly as the quarterback. They're number 2. I'm a writer at the time, and I'm like, yo, let's just get this 60 minutes over. Like, this is not going to be good. You guys dominate Ole Miss. Dominate them.
That stadium was loud. That was one of the last games I ever went to.
Yeah.
What was that week of practice like? Because outside of that locker room or outside of your building, nobody gave y'all a chance. What was it like that week of practice? And then once the ball started rolling, you guys it was like foot on the floor, game over, quick.
Yeah. No, I'll be honest, man. I don't think we even put much emphasis on the game like that. Like we wasn't really talking about like Ole Miss, anything like that. I would say like one thing that like we was appreciative of is having good quarterback play at that time. Like Will Grier was balling. Like he was balling out of control. And for real. So we like we didn't necessarily just talk about that game leading up to it. It wasn't like it was like a highly anticipated game for us. You know what I mean? But we had the utmost confidence in what we could do defensively. And then obviously we had, Will Grier, who was balling, going crazy with the receiving core that we had, with the running back. Like we was stacked. We was playing ball. You know what I mean? So once it kicked off, man, we was just firing on all cylinders, special teams everywhere. That was an exciting game for real. That was a night game too.
Yeah.
And we gave them like a 30-piece, didn't we?
Night game, orange jerseys.
Yeah.
I think it was 38-10.
Yeah.
Well, I was lying to everybody, bro. We back. I was at a Halloween party that game, bro. Like we back, bro. I don't care what nobody said.
And then just a couple days later, man.
If not for that ridiculously timed test, that season was going to be something.
Yeah, man. Somebody might have outed my guy, man.
That's crazy.
No,
it might have been Jordan. I blame Jordan.
I was over there at my boy crib. I used to Willie G stay right by the dorms, but hey, that was my boy. I ain't know what the hell was going on. I wouldn't know if he was doing anything.
Jordan fumbled the fake urine transfer. I get it.
No, when he felt it, Dan was like, I knew they was taking something. I knew.
Man, spoiled that Austin Harden.
Well, listen, Austin, yeah. Neither here nor there.
What was 81 like in practice, man? Antonio Callaway.
Cool.
What was number 81, Antonio Callaway, like in practice?
Ooh.
AD.
Man, that man was just talented, bro. Like sandlot football, like just
straight out.
Look, man, he was one of them guys that just had it. He ain't had to go do no ridiculous workouts or training. Man, he came out the bed running like that. Like, no, routes. He was like that as a freshman. I remember seeing him come in the summer when he came in the summer, and we was doing our our player run practices and stuff like that. He was like that then. Like he just from the start, man. Like, and he didn't really see competition like that. He just was that talented.
Yeah, he didn't care. He didn't give a damn.
Yeah.
You just hold the football up and you're like drawing routes on the football. Like, hey, just do that.
And he just making plays. Y'all seen it as a freshman year. One hand catches, all type of stuff. If y'all look at, I remember this was when I was like, he wow. SEC game versus Bama. It was a kickoff return. We both back there. He scored that one, but people ain't peeped this one. They had kicked it off, and the ball was going out of bounds. It was almost a touchback. And he went over there and caught it with one hand, like kickoff return. Just, I was like, this boy
fashionable, man.
Crazy, just casually, like a kickoff return. Like, come on, like that's crazy.
Didn't you have that one game where he returned an onside kick for a touchdown?
Yep, Michigan bowl game.
Oh, it was. Yeah, he did.
They tried to try with it. That boy just wearing straight. You're supposed to fall down. All special team coach say you get the ball and just fall down and protect yourself. So that boy caught that thing up. I see the end zone. I can't let it go down.
LSU game, he ran one back. That was fun.
Yeah, freshman year LSU game. He ran one back
in Death Valley. Yeah.
What it's interesting to me. What you're coming down, you don't really know much about Florida. Rivalries. How did those kind of break down to you? Which one meant the most to you? Which one did you like playing in the most? What school can you still not stand now?
Man, so I've never been a big rivalry guy. I
Mhm.
never really cared about that since high school. Like I never thought too much about it. It's like, we playing ball, you want to go out there and ball out, and that was it. So, you know what I mean? Like, obviously coming into Florida, FSU was like one of the main ones we talked about. Florida, Georgia was like, those probably the main two. But LSU, like during my career, came like that sneaky rivalry game that was like always highly anticipated. Like you remember that win we had in the swamp in 2012, like when we was going crazy. So I ain't really pay attention to it. So for me, I ain't never really hated school. I just want the ball. So
Right.
I ain't really, pay too much attention to it. But I would say I probably liked the Florida, Georgia, and the LSU was probably my top two, like the rivalry experience. The other one's Tennessee. We was beating them. Like,
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I was about to say, like, you were there 5 years. Tennessee maybe came close, but just losing.
Yeah, we weren't tripping on Tennessee. Florida State popped us a few times, so we was like, God.
That was during the Jameis years?
Yeah.
Dalvin years. Fucking Jameis.
Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. It was 4. It was 4.
So outside of the Swamp, obviously the Swamp got the best stadium in college football. What was another stadium you maybe think had like the best atmosphere that you played in through your time?
LSU.
Yeah,
LSU.
I always say that Death Valley is slept on. People say Rocky Top.
Really? Okay, so I'm not going to put their names out there because they told me, like, just off the record, 2 players on Florida's team last year said Death Valley is overrated, and they think Neyland's louder. And I was like, no.
Nah, they tripping.
They tell them again, they tripping. Death Valley bring a different vibe to
Death Valley, you come down, like they
at night.
A spiral, you come down on the bus.
They're waiting for you.
Out there pushing the bus, throwing the bus like this. And this was back when they had that theme song that I don't know if y'all can cuss over here.
I'm from Louisiana.
Yeah, they had all that. They had that Tiger song. You know what I'm saying? They look. Man, LSU night game. Oh man, that's
different kind of people out there.
Yeah, different kind of people. Like that's it. Like if I had to play at any stadium outside the Swamp, I'm playing at LSU. Like,
did you get a night game there?
Yeah, got a night game there.
Yeah, my
we
freshman
had one in
year
2015.
Yeah.
When Callaway ran that punt back, I think that was my only night game at LSU. Was that year? Yep.
Who was maybe the fastest teammate you had or the hardest hitter your time at Florida?
Man, fastest teammate.
Yeah,
you gotta think, man. I
had
seen
some
Chris
speed
Rainey, Jeff Dent.
some speed.
You know what I'm saying? We seen Bowes. Like,
B-Powell?
On little CT now. Chris Thompson has some speed.
Oh, Chris Thompson was moving, but like,
guys, he just said
he ain't fucking with Randy though. Excuse my language.
World class speed, bro.
Yeah, he was fast though. We was at Florida, man. We had a lot of guys that was running, sneaky people that you ain't even know was fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had a lot. We probably had like, I think my freshman year, man, we probably had like, at that time it was like 16 people that was like under 4'4" and under. You know what I'm saying? Like my freshman year, like we had that many people that was running. Like, so.
Did you think like you're fast? You're probably the fastest kid on your high school team, and then you get down there, and then you see Chris Rainey and Jeff Demps, and you're like, oh. Yeah. Okay, that's different.
Yeah, these boys different. You got, and that was at the same time. I think that was around the same year as Demps went 9.95. That might have been like So like that was a different kind of speed, bro. Like Bowles, seeing Andre the Bowles.
Yeah, Bowles was sliding too.
That man looked like a gazelle. Like, no, we had some speed out there. But in terms of speed, like, those are some of like the top guys out there that I seen. I was like, okay. As hard as hitters, man, Antonio Morrison was smacking.
Gangster.
I got hit one time by John Bostic. I was playing running
back. 5-6-1, man.
People sleep on Bostic. Like,
real gangster.
Bostic he ain't gonna go just take no crazy, like, just he ain't gonna go dumb on a tackle. Like it's gonna
You
be
seen
right.
that Bridgewater tackle?
Himself. But like,
Oh boy,
he's so strong, like natural and explosive. Like that man went like 4.5 in the 40. Like
For sure.
man,
at 245.
Yeah,
Yes,
he hit
his
me
power.
one time, bro. I blacked out like mid hit, boom, rolled over. I just was like, you know what I mean? Just kept trying to.
I got
He was in
refresh.
third tempo. I was like, yeah, he tripping.
Oh
Man.
shit!
Yeah, those he was definitely hard. Him and Tone.
Yeah,
It was
Tone,
it.
Tone made my face mask hit my nose.
For real. That was crazy. Like
It made no
this ain't
sense.
had no care, bro.
What?
Yeah.
I love it, man. Des, man, what are you up to now?
Man.
Oh,
Dez, what are you up to now? Oh, might just be you, Jordan.
Okay. I think every time somebody can you hear me now?
Oh, shoot, man. So I relocated to Birmingham, Alabama, like 2024. So I've been working out here. I work for a steel company out here. I've been in the steel industry for about 7.5 years now. Been enjoying it. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, man, and been enjoying it. Been moving all around. I moved all around Florida with the same company, and ultimately just chasing, growth and development. Ended up relocating out to Birmingham. So that's what I spend most of my time when I'm free, man. I'm traveling. I'm on a flight somewhere.
Yeah, I seen you out there with your feet up. I said, look
man.
at him.
I'm gonna take a flight. At least 2 times out of the month. But, other than that, I'm playing golf, man. I just got into golf. You know what I'm saying? I'm on that old man time and throw my back out a few times. I gotta retire the right way.
That's real. Now I'm with you when you're right. That's it right there.
So yeah, that's.
But if you want to, man, just tell the people what they can follow you at on Instagram and whatever other social medias you want to put out, and if you want to shout out your business and anything you want the fans. And we got some Gator fans on here that's willing to show love for whatever you got going on.
Oh man, if you want to follow me, man, you can catch me out on Instagram. That's probably where I spend most of my time on social media at Dez Showers. That's my handle. Other than that, man, to the Gator fans, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the experience, most definitely down in Florida. Appreciate the love and support that I did receive and continue to receive. You in the airport, you hear people saying "Go Gators" that recognize you. People still bring their kids up to you and want to talk to you and stuff. So most definitely appreciate the fans and everything and all the love and support that's has been shown and continue to be shown. And just shout out to all y'all boys, man, and everybody who's been a part of that journey, experience for me as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me, man. I appreciate everything. Just grateful.
We appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, we appreciate you, man. I'm glad that you got in here to spend some time with us, man. And go Gators, brother. I
Go
love
Gators.
Go Gators, man.
Go
Yes,
Gators.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right, Des. We'll catch you soon, brother.
All right, brother. We'll catch you soon, man.
What stream y'all got going on today, man?
You about to make Corey go back to the other servers and shit. You about to ban StreamYard again.
Yeah, StreamYard be just randomly tripping, man. Yeah, I just text D-Bowes, bro. We're gonna get D-Bowes on here too, man.
I had to unplug my microphone to go to my AirPods to have it.
I don't even know what it was.
AirPods hit for you better, Nick, because he heard you as soon as you could.
Yeah, I don't know. We had no problem with Phil. I don't know. That's the first time we've had a problem in a while. We'll figure it out.
It's racist, man. StreamYard's racist. We get 2 black guys.
Allegations. StreamYard reply on Twitter.
Yeah.
Your silence is
definitely. I was on a laptop, and the other 2 guys were on cellular devices.
I think that's it. I think that's really it.
Maybe there's too much audio coming out. I want to run through just a couple big things that happened this past week. I know that there's a lot that we went over today. This was a classic Stadium and Gale show. We used to go like 3.5 hours, like way back in the day. We would have these interviews we're trying to keep the content a little bit tighter around that like 2.5 hour window. But it's late. So men's basketball, obviously we talked about it last week. They clinched the SEC regular title, 16-2 conference record, finished 3 games ahead of the rest of the SEC. Shout out to them. Todd Golden, SEC Coach of the Year. Tommy Hawk, first team All-SEC. Ruben Chinyelu, Defensive Player of the Year and SEC Scholar Athlete of the Year. So big ups to him. Alex Condon, third team All-ACC, and Urban Klavjar, SEC sixth man of the year, ended the season on an 11-game winning streak. They will enter the SEC tournament as a 1 seed, and they will play, I believe, on Friday. They get the double bye. Baseball, Nick, we're going to skip over that. First series loss to High Point. Do end up winning in dramatic fashion in Game 3, scoring 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th.
FSU, I mean, they walked 5 of the last 6 batters.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't have got to that point, Nick.
Yep, FSU on Tuesday, and SEC play starts this weekend, but that's as much baseball.
How we feeling versus FSU, man?
I don't know. The midweeks are weird. Like I wish Florida and Florida State would do what Florida Miami does and do a weekend series. Because like Florida's going to throw a redshirt freshman tomorrow, and then they'll throw other redshirt freshmen, and FSU will do the same. So
nice. Okay. Unfortunate news. Friend of the program. She was on the show a few times. Kelly Ray Finley, women's basketball coach, was let go today after 5 seasons, 93-75 record. But I believe she was 30 games under 500 in the SEC. So Florida's going to be looking for a new head coach of the women's basketball program. Men's golf with a big win this weekend as well. Next week, Josh Pate.
Big Pate. We'll see if we get Chapman to pull up his too. This was a loaded show. We still got Jarrett Chapman. Try to get him on board.
Yeah, but, we're talking to a few other coaches as well.
Yeah, sure. We got a few other players in the vault. I've been texting and going back and forth. But
let's just dunk on people, bro. Like, why not?
Yeah,
like, let's just
and then we'll get.
They was talking like we couldn't get guests for a second there, man. I don't know. And they must have forgot, like Roy Jones Jr. said.
A little bit. Yeah, the internet was talking a little bit. I was wondering where our guests were. They're here.
What is going on?
Next is BP4.
Okay.
That's a good one.
He's been ducking, but at the same time, he's been texting me back late on like,
Me and his brother used to go back and forth on Twitter a lot.
That's true.
God,
yeah. His brother searched his name every game,
every day. He was with all the shenanigans every day. So shout out to his brother.
We got a bunch of coaches coming on. We got the head coach coming on. Guys, we wanted to do it after spring practice, so that's why everybody's wondering. It's been in the works for 5 weeks. So
Coach is doing like 4 shows a week right now. He's watched practice 3 times.
Yeah,
I've heard everything. Coach talked about everything.
Let coach first. We're about to talk later.
The pod's got a bigger idea, bigger strategy. A lot of people are like, man, they really lost their step. No, we didn't lose our step. We're still back.
3 weeks in a row, three staffs in a row, 3 staff, players every single week. We're going to flex more next week, bring in Big Pate, get a former player. I'm texting with DeBose right now, who's absolutely hilarious. I got to get him on the show as well, man.
He'll be a good one.
No, he's hilarious. Like one of the funniest guys.
When he comes on, I've got a great story for him because it's one of like the biggest moments for me in my first year of my career. A quote that he gave me, I was like, "Wait, what? Do I publish this? What do I do?"
Save that cliffhanger.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, guys. One time for our friends over at Home Field Apparel. Go visit homefieldapparel.com. Use promo code Stadium and Gale. 6 pages of UF vintage sportswear, hats, hoodies, jackets. They change it up every couple of months or so. So a lot of options there. You guys continue to support them, so they support us. Homefieldapparel.com. Promo code Stadium and Gale at checkout. Boys. 2-hour show. Before you guys leave, make sure you hit the retweet button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this with your friends, family, and friends that would love to hear. Great interviews with Cece Jefferson and Valdez Showers today. That's why I love our show, right? Like, it's not just always the biggest guy on campus or the name that everybody remembers that always had the great stories. Dez was an incredible interview. Cece Jefferson, an awesome interview. So thanks, Jordan, setting that up. We appreciate Phil Trautwein for coming on the show. We will see you guys same corner, same time next week.